Vintage photos of Bettie Page, the queen of pinups.
Bettie Page, born in 1923, was an American model who gained notoriety in the 1950s for her pinup photos. Popularly referred to as the Queen of Pinups, she was famous for her free-spirited demeanor and unabashed sensuality. Her trademark short bangs, natural brunette hair, sparkling blue eyes, and voluptuous figure was and is still influential to artists. After her death, Playboy founder Hugh Hefner called her a remarkable lady, an iconic figure in pop culture who influenced sexuality, taste in fashion, someone who had a tremendous impact on our society. California in her early adult years before moving to New York City to pursue work as an actress. There, she found work as a pinup model, and she posed for dozens of photographers throughout the 1950s. Page was Miss January 1955. One of the earliest playmates of the month for Playboy magazine. After years in obscurity, she experienced a resurgence of popularity in the 1980s. In 1959, Page converted to evangelical Christianity and worked for Billy Graham, studying at Bible colleges in Los Angeles and Portland, Oregon, with the intent of becoming a missionary. In late 1947, Page moved to New York City, where she hoped to find work as an actress. Within days she became the victim of a sexual assault by a group of men, and retreated home to Nashville, where she briefly worked for local railroad service. Within weeks, she returned to New York, becoming secretary to a real estate developer and an insurance broker who shared offices in the Eastern Airlines building at Rockefeller Plaza. In 1950, while walking along the Coney Island shore, Bettie met NYPD officer Jerry Tibbs, who was an avid photographer, and he gave Bettie his card. He suggested she would be a good pinup model. In exchange for allowing him to photograph her, he would help make up her first pinup portfolio, free of charge. Tibbs suggested to Bettie that she style her hair with bangs in front, to keep light from reflecting off her high forehead. When being photographed, bangs soon became an integral part of her distinctive look. Page entered the field of glamour photography as a popular camera club model, working initially with photographer Cass Carr. Her lack of inhibition in posing made her a hit, and her name and image became quickly known in the erotic photography industry. In 1951, Bettie's image appeared in men's magazines such as Wink, Titter, iFool, and Beauty Parade. In 1955, Page won the title Miss Pinup Girl of the World. She also became known as the Queen of Curves and the Dark Angel. While pinup and glamour models frequently have careers measured in months, Page was in demand for several years, continuing to model until 1957. The reasons reported for Page's departure from modeling vary. Some reports mention the Kefauver hearings of the United States Senate Special Committee to investigate crime in interstate commerce as a potential reason, after a young man apparently died during a session of bondage which was rumored to be inspired by images featuring Page. After leaving modeling, Page converted to Christianity and became a born-again evangelist on December 31, 1959, while living in Key West, Florida. She recalled in 1998, "When I gave my life to the Lord, I began to think He disapproved of all those nude pictures of me.